I've taken a lot of flack over my 28-year career from friends and family. You know, when you work on the human body and you use your hands, and it's subjected to stuff like this, right? So when I get criticism from friends or family, or they're just kind of poking the bear, teasing me or something, I don't take that super personal. What I do take personal is when I meet other professionals, healthcare people, who want to, you know, butt heads with me. So when you're in private practice, you don't run into that many people like that. But I started teaching seminars for what I do in the mid-2000s. And I started teaching national seminars. So I would market across the country. People would fly out, and they would take my training. I wrote my training manual. I had it sitting on my desk for 2 years. And my wife said, "Are you ever going to get off your ass and teach this?" And I said, "I don't know. I don't think anybody's going to want to learn from me. Like, I'm a nobody, right? Nobody knows who I am." I said, "My work is too simple." And my wife, in her infinite wisdom, she goes, "That's the reason people are going to want to learn from you, because it's simple. Because the world you're in is so complex." So I didn't really realize how much of a fight I was in for until my first seminar. And I was very nervous. I knew my material, but I wasn't confident as I should have been. And in my first seminar, I get 2 chiropractors, a physical therapist, some yoga guru, some other older lady who was some guru and something. Anyway, I start lecturing about what I'm doing, and there's a lot of people. Like, I'm looking at the room, and people are like, "What's this guy talking about? This is crazy." And I always start out by saying, this body map is the simplest thing you're ever going to need to know. It's all you ever need to know. So I eventually, over the course of 6 or 8 seminars, developed ways to poke the bear myself. Like, I would start fights on purpose, arguments about certain things like fascia or posture. And I've already mentioned I'm not a posture guy. I'm not a fascia guy. And those are fighting words in this industry, because everything is fascia, everything is posture. So I would purposely pick out the fights because I wanted to know who was the know-it-all in the room, and who asked the most questions. It was usually the same person. But when I started really becoming confident about what I'm delivering to them, I found the confidence in a thought I had one day. I'm like, you know what? I'm not trying to push Paul Ruth theory. None of what I talk about, teach, or do to this day is my theory. I've not invented something based on what I think is cool. I'm a pragmatic guy to a fault who uses science as my safety net, right? So when I would teach seminars and people want to fight with me, I see what you're saying, Paul, but in my practice, I don't think it'll work because of this and this. I go, what doesn't make sense about what I'm saying? That was always my comeback. What doesn't make sense about it? Well, I go, yeah, you're brain farting it. Stop overthinking. Just do this first and reevaluate your patient and see what's happening. You're overthinking it. Everything I come at you with is science. Science, neuroscience, physiology, physics, that can't be argued. So I can argue with the top dog in any field because I'm very steeped in science. And that's where I get my confidence now, is that I've finally cultivated enough of my story to my clients that it's hard to win an argument with me.